Have you ever heard of a place where beautiful sounds hide? In today's story, we'll set off on a quiet adventure to the whispering echo forest, where all the sounds have suddenly disappeared. There's no more the chirping of birds, the babbling of the river, or even the laughter of the animals. What happened, do you think, to this once noisy forest? And will our little heroes be able to bring back the sounds to their joyful nature? Come along and discover. The adventure begins now. Today's story, The Secret of the Silent Echo Forest. Hello, my little listeners. Get ready for a unique adventure filled with stillness, mystery, and wonder in the whispering echo forest. One day, the inhabitants of this forest, which used to teem with lovely sounds, woke up to find that every single sound had vanished. There was no more the rustling of a falling leaf, the patter of raindrops, or even the whooshing of the wind as it passed through the trees. What a silence, eerie and strange! There were three friends living in a village near the forest who loved hearing natural sounds more than anything else. Zayn, who had a musical ear and could distinguish every sound, and Laila, who loved imitating animal sounds with great skill, and Fierce, brave and adventurous, who wasn't afraid of any place. The three friends looked at the silent forest with great bewilderment and decided to uncover the secret of the missing sounds and restore the joy to it. The friends began their journey, searching for any clue that would lead them to the truth. They entered the forest, which felt spooky in its silence. They asked the pale flowers that swayed without a sound, and the still trees that no longer rustled, and even the flying butterflies that glided without a whisper. But no one knew why the sounds had vanished from the whispering echo forest. Suddenly, as they were walking in the heart of the forest, they noticed something shimmering beneath an old moss-covered rock. They approached cautiously, and there they found a small glowing crystal, looking as if it were trapped and soundless, and holding a faint glimmer. Laila asked it in a soft voice, "What's wrong, little crystal? Why do you look so sad and silent?" The crystal replied in a voice barely audible, like the whisper of the wind. "The phantom of silence came and stole all the sounds from the forest. It locked them up inside me, turning me into a crystal, still and mute. And because of that, an eternal silence fell upon the forest, and it became lifeless." Fair said, with enthusiasm and determination, "Don't worry, little glowing crystal. We will help you retrieve the sounds and bring back life to the forest." The three friends set off on a daring adventure to confront the phantom of silence and recover the stolen sounds. They faced many challenges, such as silent mazes, trees that made no noise, and dry rivers that didn't flow. But they, thanks to their courage, intelligence, and cooperation, managed to overcome all the difficulties. They carefully navigated through areas where even their own footsteps seemed amplified in the stillness. They used Zayn's keen hearing to try and detect any trace of sound, Laila's knowledge of animal calls to see if any creature responded in the distance, and Fairs' bravery to lead them through the most shadowy parts of the woods. Their journey took them deeper into the forest than they had ever ventured before. They climbed over fallen logs that lay in utter silence, and passed by waterfalls that hung frozen, devoid of their usual rushing roar. The silence was so profound that it felt like a heavy blanket smothering the very air around them. Finally, after a long and arduous journey, the friends arrived at the lair of the Phantom of Silence, in the deepest part of the forest. The place was dark, cold, and filled with an absolute, deafening silence. The Phantom, a wispy figure made of pure quiet, floated menacingly nearby. The children knew they couldn't fight it with noise, as there was none to be made. Instead, they remembered the crystal's faint glow and realized it held the key. Zayn, remembering a lullaby his grandmother used to sing, hummed the tune softly. Laila mimicked the gentle cooing of a dove. Fairs, feeling the rhythm, clapped his hands in a soft, steady beat. The combined power of their gentle, hopeful sounds began to resonate with the trapped sounds within the crystal. The crystal pulsed with a slightly brighter light. The Phantom of Silence recoiled, its shadowy form flickering. The children continued their soft melody, their courage growing with each note. The crystal began to vibrate, and then, with a gentle chime, it shattered, releasing a cascade of beautiful sounds. Suddenly, the sounds returned to fill the forest once again. The chirping of birds, the babbling of the river, the laughter of animals returned to every corner. Everyone rejoiced, and happiness and life returned to the whispering echo forest. They celebrated the return of the sounds and their brave heroes, their voices echoing through the now vibrant woods. My little listeners, did you enjoy our quiet adventure in the silent echo forest? If you love stories full of mysteries, sounds, and exciting adventures, then don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell to get our latest fun stories every day. Let's embark on a new adventure very soon.